Jim Stanford here with Billy Boy. So Jim, let's talk to us. Why were you so woefully unprepared today with your preparation?
Let's attribute this to COVID-19.
Okay.
We can blame everything on that.
Yeah, you got at least 3 more years of blaming it.
Yeah.
At least for the blame game.
Right.
Okay.
And, you know, maybe 20 more pounds by next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pandemic and COVID, and there's Bill with his 8th beer today. Good. And secondly, what's your thought, Jim, on today's ride, the preparation, and the experience of the Cabin Challenge?
It's always outstanding. It's great to find you guys at mile 19 on a beautiful day with the honey stingers, with the the hydration. Beautiful day. I think I'm gonna make it.
Fuck yeah, Cabin Challenge 2022.
Yeah.
Boom! 2-1, we're live. We got Chucko here. I got Dave, and I got the Geber, the host of the Cabin Challenge 2022. Dave, we got a little equipment problem. What's cooking?
My rear derailleur cable broke, and that's called poor maintenance on my part.
Okay.
And that gives me nothing but a high gear.
We're live here.
All right. So now, so Dave has turned in his bike for a Fat Tire IPA, and that's why it's called the Cabin Challenge. You grind, and then you have a couple cocktails. You know what, Geber?
Yes.
That's what the cabin's all about.
Absolutely.
Cabin Challenge 2022.
Nothing says cabin like saying my day's over here, I'm gonna be pounding beer.
Fuck yeah!
I was thinking about walking up Mountain Rest.
My man, Dave, you're a handsome individual. Here we go. See you next year. Chucko out. Cabin Challenge 2022. Peace.
First off, we wanted to thank everybody if you are a returnee or if you are brand new, we wanted to thank all of you for being here and for bringing this glorious weather that we have right here. So first off, give yourselves all a round of applause. Thank you.
We want to start off by thanking all our sponsors who are very great with their money and their time and putting up with everything and their emotional and physical support. P&G's, the cornerstone of New Paltz. Subsurface Technology, thank you, Steve.
Steve Catania, thank you.
Some people get other low-grade sponsors like the Iron Man. We get the SOS.
Yes, we do. Thank you,
Pilates of New Paltz, Elise Bacon, thank you so much. The Main Street Bistro.
Yes,
SJB,
Susan
Blickstein Policy and Planning. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Susan did stop by earlier and she said that she hopes that everybody had a glorious day because it is a glorious day. So she wanted to give everybody her congrats.
Mike Kilmer and the crew at the Bicycle Rack. Thank you.
Pedal change on Ariana's bike. Thank goodness Mike and Brian were here this morning to do that pedal change for everybody.
2 people for a pedal change? What?
Father-son. Oh,
all right.
Yeah. Father-son.
513 Custom Apparel. Kurt, thank you so much. Mixture Clothing makes most of our Cabin Challenge merch. He's an amazing human being. Chris. And finally, Dr. Greg Cecere. Where's Greg? Right there. Greg, there he is. Thanks for everything, Greg. It's always great to see you here. All right, special thanks go out to
our honorable team. This is our team right here.
The team that helps with everything. We got Jeff. We got Steve Catania. We got Jim Demas, Mike Flannery, Richard Miller, Wes Britt. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And to my female team today, especially, I want to thank Erin Newcomb, Janine Brufon, Cora Newcomb, Lucy Newcomb, Annabelle Brufon, and of course, Ella LaPolte. Thank you, girl. Team girl, for helping today. Marty Brufon,
Since you're mentioning all these young kids, I just want you to know those 4 kids right there, they're going to be the 200 medley, 400 freestyle, and 200 free relay state champions in probably about 8 years?
No,
7, 8 years?
5 or 6, 5 or 6, if that.
All right, due to superior coaching and parenting. All right. So anyway, we're gonna start. And what else? Before I want to do something.
Oh, there's Susan.
All right, folks. If you rode and if you're here as guests, I hope you're all enjoying your meals provided by the Main Street Bistro. If you brought guests and you haven't paid Glenn and Mel, this is all coming out of Ella's College Fund. Throw them some cash if you got it.
You just pay what you can. If you can't pay, that's what you can pay. Anyway, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
We're gonna raffle off some items.
Wait a minute. We almost forgot. The men behind the cameras.
Yes!
Jeff Weiss and Tom Hine, who is here. And the video, and his daughter, right behind the camera, right here.
There they are.
All right, so you guys, thank you.
Listen, we are loving the podcast, and I know many of you have listened to it. Most of you haven't, and I can tell. I want you to go home and download it. Even if you don't listen to it, download it. And so listen, we are going to be changing that. We're going to do one more Cabin Challenge podcast and the debriefing of the race. So tune in because we'll mention lots of names. And then we're rebranding the podcast, and it's going to be called the Gunks Cast. And we're going to start covering all sorts of outdoor pursuits in the Shawangunk Mountains. We're going to start covering the SOS triathlon in detail, swimming opportunities. So that's what our plan is. So we really are counting on you to all be faithful listeners. And Tom, thank you for all your hard work. I know you drag us along, and you make it happen. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
All right, so let's auction off some items. So I'm going to pull out some numbers. Jeff, you want to pull the number? Vanna is much better looking than Jeff. What number do you got? And this, hold on, this is for a, let's go with a Bistro mug and a Red Hot Chili Peppers Main Street Bistro t-shirt. And what number do we have?
27.
27. Randy Gibbs, where is he?
Randy Gibbs.
There he is. There you go, sir. Let's do.
I just noticed Glenn got his name on the raffle list like 6 times.
So, all right. The next item is this beautiful Cabin Challenge visor. All right, Jeff, would you please draw the number?
17.
Mary Donito!
You forgot her first name. It's the Mary Donito.
Mary Donito. All right. We have the next item is a wonderful fluff. We got a gator. It can be done for anything. It's 13 different things. You could put it over your head and rob a bank, or you could, whatever you want, or wear it in a pandemic.
32.
32. Lee Holman.
Lee Holman.
All right, Lee. The next item is a wonderful Cabin Challenge winter beanie. Right? Beautiful fleece.
You don't need again.
Superior winter beanie. Jeff, you be honest.
Beautiful feelings.
49.
49. Steve Pressman!
Oh yeah, see? There you go. That's going to come in handy right there. Nice work.
Give that away to one of your friends. Whoever drinks the Kool-Aid first.
Okay. All right, the next little raffle item we have, and I have three different pairs of socks, right? So just a quick little backstory. I know some people here have these socks from Ridge Supply. They're not a local company here, but they are from North Carolina. And I found this company via my friend Kate, who is a childhood friend of mine who about 6 years ago passed away from pancreatic cancer. So her buddy Matt started this sock company about 10 years ago down in North Carolina in his garage. These are great riding socks. They're a little bit longer, but these are great for the spring and the fall. So we had some of these, and we wanted you to be able to share with these socks also. So we're going to pick the next 3. So we'll see. We'll let you come up and pick which one you want. All right? All right. First person up is
52.
52.
And you can check out his website. It's very cool. He's got lots of great different styles of socks.
John Ridiak. John, that correct your name? Sorry.
This seems like it might be rigged.
All right.
38.
38.
What's the protocol here?
We gotta skip.
Carl Araka.
Yeah, Matt Newcomb. There we go.
We have another Bistro Mark and a Red Hot Chili Peppers Bistro. Jesse Gelber. Jesse! Last item we're going to raffle is free entry into next year's Cabin Challenge, which is nice because we're hiking the heck out of the price. So, Jeff, pick the number. No, and we will write this down. All right. 31. Nancy Heiss.
Next year, very deserving. This lady does so much for so many different organizations, so you definitely, absolutely, thank you.
Alright, so right here we have these wonderful plaques made by Krista. Krista, where are you?
Did she come back?
She's come back.
All right.
Brennan showed up.
Brennan, are you here?
Brennan, I just saw roll. Okay, so you know, these plaques are beautiful. Krista did a wonderful job. Now these plaques were on display for the past 10 years at the Main Street Bistro, but we know Doug is trying to sell, and which we now have a new home, so these plaques are going to be on, you know, so after your name's announced, you come up, we'll do a photo op, but then the plaques are going to have your name put on it, and they're going to hang in P&Gs for the remainder of the year. So you can stop in and see them at P&Gs.
And they will be secured onto the wall, so if any of you try to think you're going to walk out of P&Gs late at night with one of them, not happening. We know, we're thinking ahead, we know.
They've been there, that's the thing.
We got a couple of suspects right here.
So this year's Queen of the Mountain with
How Queen and King are
the
King and Queen.
the fastest time up Peekamoose and the fastest time up Mohawk added together. The fastest time is the Queen of the Mountain, and the fastest time for the men is the King of the Mountain. All right. So this year, in a pretty impressive feat of endurance and climbing ability.
Can I tell a little backstory?
Sure, tell the backstory.
Okay, all right. She knows I'm going to talk about her here momentarily. I don't know where she is, but
she's out there.
I'm going to say, this young lady this morning, she was a little bit of a hot mess. if any of you were here when she was about to leave, you know she's a little bit of a hot mess. She showed up, no helmet, no glasses, nothing, right? She's like, I got nothing. And I go, okay, I got a helmet for you. She goes, it's gonna be too small, or too big. And I was like, oh, okay. So she tries it on, too big. I go, okay, how about my daughter's helmet? She goes, nope, too small. And I was like, okay. So she's like, I'll be back. I'll go home. I'll get my helmet. And Steve Catania graciously waited for her so they could ride together. And then she shows back up. And Steve goes, what are you doing with that bag? She goes, oh, I'm going to give it to Glenn to take to the aid station. We're like, he's gone. Like, you got nothing. Like, you got, okay, you'll be fine. So, but she still came back. She rode like a champ. And our queen of the mountain
is Lindsay Bauer.
Lindsay Bauer. Lindsay Bauer. All right. We have to tell the story. We have to.
Is that a repeat? Is that a repeat?
She's the one that used to go all the way to Marlboro.
One,
We'll do a group later. Yay, Lindsay. So, go ahead, Marty. Woo! All right, thank you, Lindsay. We're going to bring you back up. Right. Show me. So, Shummy, thank you for manning that aid station.
No problem, buddy.
Now, listen, the cabin, Shummy's one of the original cabin members. The cabin started out as a fly fishing club for my lifelong buddies. And you got voted in, and we kept very strict requirements. And we had 12 members, and we actually had a few members that were banned for all eternity. You know, for a variety of reasons, not putting your shoes in the fire when everybody wanted you to. These are how things, very serious. Anyway, lifelong friends, we withstood the test of time through horrific life events, great life events. Bill, thank you for being there, being part of the original cabin crew, and being back here for the cabin challenge.
No problem,
Lindsay, who forgot all her stuff, that's true cabin fashion. Usually people showed up like, I forgot my wallet, I don't know where my pants are.
Where's my phone?
You know, yeah, where's my pants?
Where's my pants?
Yeah, I'm set for the weekend. Anyway.
And Chucko, Kevin Mumford also, he was manning that aid station too. So I just got to know, just show of hands, how many of you heard maybe something inappropriate at that aid station today? Show of hands, anybody? Okay, all right.
He did podcast number 4.
Yeah, which
we haven't
might
aired
not
yet.
ever be released.
Stay tuned for podcast 4. It might drop and then come out quick. He gave a sanitized version. And it was horrible. Actually, it was amazing. All right, the king of the mountain for the fastest guy to get up Pikamoose Mountain and Mohonk. An amazing rider. You know, an amazing. You know what? I live in this neighborhood with some of the greatest endurance athletes, and I'm so happy that Jason Cerubi. He's injured. You're
awesome.
Thank you.
Nice, Jason.
Woo! Woo!
Are you ready?
This gentleman has already left, but we wanted to give a public shout out to our nephew Brian Acker, who he was the young gentleman at Sugarloaf. If any of you saw that young gentleman there with Glenn, that was our nephew Brian Acker, who came out, and he was blown away at everybody's ability to do this, and he was just really, so thank you. You taught him a great life lesson today about how you can have fun and do yourself.
So, our last award we have is called the Cabin, Spirit of the Cabin True Grit, for the person who most embodies the ideals of the cabin, courage, tenacity, is inspirational, someone that lives life with a tremendous zest and knows no boundaries. Now, this is always a tough award, and we confer about it, and we hear stories of heroic achievements throughout the day. Some true, some not true. You know, it became pretty clear to me that there's a pretty clear winner today. The winner of this year is unbelievable. The fact that he's 75 years old and rode 101 miles today up 8,000 feet of elevation.
Can you stand? Yeah!
No, you carried them home. Those two guys I work with, I know them both. They're up to no good. Thank you for bringing them home.
Thank you. Thank you, Glenn.
Tony Bird.
Good stuff.
Why doesn't Lindsay and Jason, can you guys come back up so we can do a group photo?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Judge, we all
Stay here,
aspire
Judge.
to be riding at your age and do it. I don't know if I will ever be able to do that amount of mileage ever again in my whole life. So,
I can in a couple
one
days.
day. Well
All right,
done.
so Mel and Marty, if you can get a photo here. So thank you so much.
No, you're right. Next to you.
Really great being out there.
All right, say cheese.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like the Masters. You get to try in the green jacket and then put it in. All right, and lastly, I want to say, I got to give well, first off, I want to say thank you all for coming. This has been this ride started out with 7 people. We've done all sorts, and it's grown now. We had this 79 people rode today, which was great. That's about as much as I really would like it to go. But really, who I want to thank the most, Mel.
Yeah.
We had a tough year, Mel was diagnosed with breast cancer. Many of you know that. She's, not doing treatments, and we're living life the best, to the fullest we can, doing things like this. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for being a part of our world.
Fuck yeah, Cabin Challenge 2022. Boom!